Hey, what's up YouTube, Mario here, and today I'm going to be showcasing my dungeon teams. We're going to go through the ones that I'm running, and I'm going to showcase the runes and everything. But for the most part, you're going to need these monsters if you're going to want to run it. First off, we're going to start off with the Giant Keep. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this team a bunch of times, but I'm just going to break down as to why it works and how it works. So the Perlea is going to use one of her skills, Tashar is going to use one of his skills, the Kona is going to boost up, and then he's going to clear the waves. Then next up, she's going to throw another defense break on. Hopefully he uses skill 2. Then the Kona's going to boost him back up, do some damage. And then Lin hopefully uses skill 3. That wave's done. Then we're going to repeat the same thing here. He's going to go. We're going to boost him up. And there goes that wave. And then for the boss phase, she hopefully lands the defense break. He goes for a skill 2. The Kona boosts him back up. Does a little bit more damage. Lin uses skill 3. And then the Win Homie uses skill 3. And then that's a wrap. But it all happens very quickly in like 24, 25 to 26 seconds. I've been running this team for about a couple months and it's been definitely worth building. It's kind of on the easier end to build. I don't have any crazy runes on my units that I think are pretty crazy. But here are my Tashar's runes. And then we have some damage dealt on water on the left. And then some skill 1 crit damage on the right. You just want a lot of crit damage. And then some plus water. Then Perlea is just a triple fight. You do want to have her at a certain speed. I believe it's whatever puts her at tick 5. So I think it's like around 120-ish speed or so. 123 or something like that. And then we have the Kona here. With another triple fight set. Nothing really crazy here, just some minus water. And then for the Lin, we have her on her rage fight set. Just so we can have a little bit more damage and we can make the runs a little bit safer. We have some plus water on the left. Working on artifacts so we can make this a little bit more, I guess, consistent, even though it's really consistent. And then here is my Wind Homie. But yeah, you just want to have a lot of plus water on them, a lot of crit damage if you can. You don't need a lot of crit rate because you're going to be running the Tashar lead. I'm missing a skill up right here, but I don't think it matters because it's not a damage skill up. I would suggest to try to have as many skill ups as you can, just so you can do more damage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this team. Now we're going to go ahead and do a couple runs of it so you can see how it works in the faster action. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you've seen this team by now. It works really well. So far, it's working pretty well here, just as we wanted to. So some of the things here is that you want to make sure that the Tashar can clear the waves. That is one of the most important things. You need that Tashar to clear the waves, and you also need the Win Homie to not take a turn in the mid boss. So you have to make sure to be able to clear the waves, clear the mid boss without the homie taking a turn, and then clear the waves again. And for the last one, well, the homie didn't have enough damage, but it should have been done a lot quicker. It's safe because he could come back to life and secure the win. Even on the slower end, it's 40 seconds, which isn't too bad. But I think I'm going to try to improve his damage. I think I have a better artifact to put on him now. But yeah, it's a really solid team. I highly recommend you build this team if you have the units and the runes to do it. I think this is a little bit easier than the other dungeon teams that I'll be showcasing today. So I would say start off with this. Obviously, if you don't need to farm Swift runes and stuff, Giants runes, then I'd say farm elsewhere. But there we go. That's one of the better runs there. And that's what you typically get. Let's see what we get. 26 seconds is not bad. 24 seconds on the faster end. I also want to mention that you can use someone else instead of Lin. I just like using Lin. You can use Shaman, even something like a Luna, I believe. Something that's just going to do a lot of damage to the boss. I know some people use the Kyle version of it, but I like this one better. Next up, we're going to go ahead and check out the new team that I built this week. My Dragons team. Shout out to Tatodactyl for helping me with this. So I had some problems with this one. I was using the Luna version, and that one was a lot more difficult. This one is really safe, really consistent, and I recommend building this one if you can. So we have Shina moving in the first slot. We have her on a triple fight set. You can put some damage on her. I just have her here for the accuracy. I do have a crit damage on slot 6, but it's just what I had. And then we have the Julie here. You want to make sure that she has some damage. This isn't the craziest damage, honestly. This is like some weak sauce damage compared to a lot of people that are running this team. So I think if I could do it, you could probably do it as well. And then we have the Dulcim here. You can use the Water Kyle, but I had this one and I think it's a little bit faster, so I've been running him. You want to have a lot of crit damage if possible. Still working on some of the artifacts. He is on the lower end as well, so I'm saying if I could do it, I think a lot of you can probably do it as well. And then we have the same Kona, which is really nice, so you don't have to build another Kona. This is the same Kona for my Giants team. And then last but not least, we have Liam here. He's on a Rage fight set. You can put something else instead of the fight set. You could even put him on a broken set, honestly. You just need him to do a lot of damage. But I just left the fight set as is. You don't need that much crit rate on him because he's only going to be hitting the boss. I'd say to try to aim for 85 and just get some more crit damage and attack. He's kind of like the win homie in the Giants team. We're going to go ahead and run it and see how it works. So the idea here is for the Shana to use skill 2. Then Julie uses skill 3 with almost perfect AI. And then we're going to go ahead and do some damage here. The Dulcim's going to do skill 2 into skill 1. The Kona's going to boost him up. He's going to go for another skill 2. And that one's cleared. And then we're going to do another Shina skill 2 into a Julie skill 3. And now we're here at the boss. So if everything goes perfect, this is how it would go. We have another skill 2 from the Dulcim. We're going to boost him up. We're going to get him to under half health. And then the Liam's going to use skill 3, hopefully clearing it out. And there you go. But just happening a lot faster again. But it's a really solid team. I like this one a lot better than the Luna version. And it's a lot safer. I think it's a lot easier to build, honestly. Now we're going to go ahead and check it out in the faster setting. I did try the Luna one, like I said. I like this one a lot better. I even talked to Shumia. I think he's the creator of this team. And he recommended using the Kona one if it's a little bit too difficult. Which I never really got to, but thankfully I got back to it. This is a really bad run. Let's see how well it turns out. The Liam already took his turn. Now it's a matter of if we're gonna win or lose this one. Whether we lose or not, I'm still gonna leave it in the video just to showcase how this team works and how safe or unsafe it can be. Okay, he uses skill 3 there. Not good. This might be a faulty run. This most likely is going to be a faulty run, honestly. Yeah. Okay, no strips from the Julie or Liam. Wait, I don't think he strips on skill 2. Alright, yeah. So this is a bad run. That's as bad as it can get. That's pretty much if you don't land the defense breaks and everything just kind of goes wrong. But it's a really good team. Let's go ahead and see how it works again. Alright, so far it's working pretty good. We're going to boost up the Dulcim. We're going to clear this one. Nice. Skill 2 into skill 3. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this team. I recommend using this team if possible. It's a really good team, especially if you could get some more stats on it, make it a little bit more safe. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it as low stats as possible. That way I can use the runes elsewhere. If I'm not using them, then I'll probably throw them into here. And I'm working on the artifacts so I can do a little bit more damage to the boss. But for now, it's working and I'm just going to leave it as is. I do not want to touch it and mess it up. Yeah, that first one was pretty garbage, not going to lie. Even here can get a little bit bad, but it looks like we are going to be fine. We landed defense breaks. It's a matter of those defense breaks, so that's why I recommend having that Shina on high accuracy. It helps a lot. I don't think she needs to have that high of accuracy. I think it's like maybe 85 or less. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's it for this team. Let's go ahead and check out my other teams. Next up we have the Spiritual Realm Abyss Hard. I just kind of threw whatever units I had already built into this one. We have Verde here, and here are his runes. I think this is what I used to use in my old Dragon's team. Yeah, damage dealt on fire. I'd probably switch that for wind. And then here is my Seek. I just have him on a Swift set. Some damage on them. Then my Shina, same Shina as the one from Dragons. I wouldn't recommend using this one because you need to crit the boss. So maybe if you had a bit more crit rate, then I would say it's okay. Then we have my Rogue. I'd probably put him on a rage set so he could do more damage, but I'm just going to leave him as is. And then here's my Star, the one that I would use for NB10. And as you can see, it has damage dealt on Dark. I'd probably switch it if I would run this one, but honestly, I don't really find a use for this one. Now, I guess the perfect AI for this one would be something like this. And then we just kind of clear the waves here. And that's it for that wave. And then for the next one, we go for the boss. Another AoE defense break. Some damage there. Into a skill 2. Back to the same wave. We don't have the skill ready though. And at this point, I mean, it's pretty much whatever the AI is for this one. However it works. There are a lot better teams. I wouldn't recommend using this one. This is just what I put together on a quick notice to try to get a faster time for my profile. But yeah, there's a lot better teams. I think there's one like with Brandia. And that's how this team should hopefully work. Alright, let's go ahead and see how it works on the faster setting. Again, like I said, it's not the fastest one. There are a lot better teams for this one. I wouldn't recommend building this one. I think some of the units are pretty good. It's just the sets that I have on them aren't the most optimal. But so far it's working pretty well. It's just when it gets to the boss stage when it gets sketchy. Because that boss can be really annoying. Alright, so far working pretty decently. Not enough damage from the Seek. And there we go. Let's see how fast that was, like 35 seconds or something. 31 seconds, not bad. But yeah, that's it for this team. Next up, we're going to check out my Steel Fortress team. I'm running Ken, Zinc, Gina, Lauren, and Brandia for this one. Here are the runes for this team. I would recommend putting more damage on them. They need some more damage. But this is what I put. You could put a lot more wind on the left side. And then we have Zinc here. They do have a certain order that they should be in that I would recommend you follow. I don't necessarily have the stats that you should aim for. If I can find them, I'll probably put them in the link in the description. But here are the units, and I'll kind of explain how this one works as well. I think it's important for you to understand how it works. Like this one could use a grind. I think I switched some runes for her. One thing that I would note is that I would suggest that the Brandia has a will set. It would make it a lot safer, potentially a lot quicker as well. Now let's go ahead and see how this one would work. So ideally, he would use a skill 3 here. And then the Gina would use a skill 3 as well. You'll clear the waves. Then he'll go for a skill 2. No defense break. Just do some damage. A defense break from the Lauren. I think it's a skill 3. Into a skill 2, yeah. Alright, there you go. But you would clear it. Not enough damage there. And then Brandy would just use skill 1. I know she won't use skill 1. She'll use skill 3. And then we'll repeat it here. There you go. And then hopefully the boss blocks beneficial effects. Now this is where it gets sketchy. Can we land it? Can we strip? Okay, we're going to go for the skill 3. It's a skill 2. And then the Brandy does a good chunk of damage. If she had the higher damage, you'd probably already beat this one. But yeah, that's pretty much how this one works. As long as you can land the buff block, you'll be really safe for this one. And that's it. Now let's go ahead and check it out in the faster setting. Alright, let's go ahead and see how it works in the faster setting. Okay, we didn't clear the waves fast enough. It's alright. Brandy using skill 3. This team just pisses me off sometimes because of the AI. But it is what it is. Alright, there we go. Hopefully they can clear it this time. Nope. Of course, the first run is going to go bad. Alright, hopefully they can land the buff block. Very nice. It's a defense break. No branding though. Decent amount of damage. We get stunned. Okay. We extend the buff block. Nice defense break. Some damage from the Ken. Like I said, some more damage would be nice. It sucks getting stunned. It's so annoying. Makes the runs a lot slower. But yeah, that's pretty much how this team works. I'm going to show you how it works on a faster... I'm going to show you a faster run if I can record one really quickly. Alright, hopefully this is a run and the AI goes perfectly. I've been trying to record it for a while. We got a skill 3. We clear the wave. Nice. Can we clear this one fast? We don't land anything. We don't even land the defense break. What is this? I hate the AI on this team, dude. Okay, skill 3. Nice. We cleared it. Can we buff block? Perfect. Working a little bit decently well. Okay, it was on the faster end. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one in. It's not the fastest run, but it is one of the quicker ones. 27 seconds. I also suggest trying to have a bit more damage and some will on the Brandia to make it a little bit safer when you get to the boss. But yeah, that's it for these teams. Well, look, we got this pretty decent artifact here. We could probably put some speed in for that third one. Not the highest rolls, but I'll take it. So I guess I could showcase my Necro team. This is what I used to run whenever I would run Necro. I probably will build an Abyss team at some point. This is just my regular Lucian. Here's my Caiross. The sad thing about this team is that it was working really fast and then they started dropping the Abyss teams. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to rebuild it again. But it works pretty well. It's pretty fast as well if you're running NB10 and you're not ready for Abyss. Okay, it's working really well actually. Nice. If you have enough damage to knock the boss down on that first go, it'd be a lot quicker. But in general, it's a really fast team with all of the team ups. And there we go for this one. It's a quick run here. And we get 28 seconds. Now let's go ahead and showcase my PC10 team. It's also using a Caiross team. And here's my PC10 team. I haven't really been running it as I've been farming everything else but this. But at some point when they release the Abyss, I'll probably run it again. And here are the same Caiross and Verde as earlier. If you want to go ahead and check out the runes earlier, I'm just going to go ahead and run it real quick to show you how it works. It's really consistent. I don't think it ever fails, but the only thing is it is on the slower end. It can be like 50 seconds to a minute. But yeah, you want to make sure that you target the crystals at the end instead of going for the boss with this team. Unless you have a 5th, but that one can get a little bit inconsistent. So I like going for the left tower, then the right, and then I go for the boss. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this team and all the teams. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations for the teams, any adjustments I should make. But for the most part, everything works really well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it helped you guys out, at least showing you guys the teams and the runes. I don't have the exact stats that you should need, but if I find it, I will post it in the description down below. But yeah, if this helped you out in any sort of way or even entertained you, I guess, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.